Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 21 of the 30 days of transformation, a journey to your true self. And it would not be a true journey on this journey if we didn't talk about overcoming your imposter syndrome. As we move from who we used to be and step into who we're becoming, and we're not there yet, it's really easy to fall into the trap of not feeling like that person that you're actually trying to embody, and then to set yourself up for feelings of, I don't feel like I have that. I feel like I'm faking it. I feel like I am, not there yet. And it creates a lot of sabotage, a lot of doubt that becomes chronic and repetitive. And we tend to have sometimes an unconscious mechanism that through our programming says we're not worthy of achieving authentic success, really. And the thing is, this whole journey is about failing forward. It's not about a one like path route to success or to your authentic self or to your true self. It's about the wavering journey that is the zigzag. And in that, we have to learn how to navigate it in such a way that we find compassion for ourselves and that we find understanding for ourselves and that we honor ourselves and that we embody the parts of us that are trying to like surface inside of us as we wake up these areas and come into more awareness and come into alignment with who we truly are. So if that is you and you've had this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm a fraud, I feel like I'm going to be found out, put that in the chat either now live or in the future, because you're not alone. This is a really big thing. And a lot of people go through this. They, on some level, even unconsciously, don't feel fully worthy of the success. And even if they do feel worthy of the success, they don't really want all the glam and glory. They want to kind of suppress themselves. They want to stay kind of minimalized and have this fear of like, well, what are people going to think of me if I flash all of this around or I, do all these things? Hello, Crazy Line. Welcome. Yeah, very thought-provoking topic, definitely. So, thank you for sharing that you keep learning for this. Just so everyone knows that on this 30 days of transformation that I've been going through a process with people, a journey to your true self. If you've missed it, and here's today 21, you can go over to my YouTube channel. You can catch up on all the series we've done up to this point, and you can get subscribed, and you can catch up on the playlist, and it's at Twin Flame Expert on YouTube. But if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll know whenever I come live. And so I can't even believe how quickly this is all going, and that we're on day 21. But, the key in this is we are talented. We have spiritual gifts. We have so much brilliance to us that people see it, but we don't always see it. And that's a piece of that. We don't see ourselves for who we truly are. So as we come into this true self and we embody that side of ourselves and we start to feel like an imposter, we need to step out and be the observer and be like, what is our true light here? How can we shine more? How can we accept our light shining more? How can we use our gifts? How can we use our talents? How can we put this into action in such a way that it lifts us up, not puts us down? Most of the time from the being put down is, again, a program, an unconscious program. And it's something that deals a lot with doubt, because there's one end of us that knows it all. It's our higher self. Our higher self knows everything that we came here to embody, that we came here to bring into form for, I always say, be, do, and have. And you can't see that from a conscious mind because it's in the ethers, because it's in your higher self, but you might know it, you might feel it. And that's why it's so important to, practice and develop your intuition to learn to guide this journey in the wilderness of the dark and the unknown, which is one of the series I talked about on ways to do that. So go back and check that out, because that is something that can really help you. And all of this can really help you begin to navigate this journey that will lead you into opportunities and your rise above is the key. So that's a piece of this, you're rising up out of like these ashes of the tower moment, of the shadows and the pain and the experiences that you've been through that feel detrimental, really. And that depends on your perspective, which I think might have been day one when we talked about what do you see in all of this, because what you see is what is. And so it's going to be so important that you see yourself as the successful being. You see yourself as the person that is in alignment with the highest version of you. And when you have those moments of the doubts and you have those moments of sabotage, really begin to just identify with it, and then don't just be like okay with that. Don't resist it. And the resistance is what creates more of the cycle of the looping of all of this. And I gotta tell you from like my journey that I can speak for myself in this, and I'm sure like I've worked with a lot of people because you attract who you are, is perfectionism. Like overcoming perfectionism is huge, and overcoming this imposter syndrome, because when you are a perfectionist, nothing is ever good enough. And everything is comes in to play from a place of not being what you expected, not being what you would rather had, so to speak. And when you can truly come into this from a place of looking that everything is perfectly imperfect and imperfectly perfect. And one of the things I have said for many, many years, hello, Trudy, I haven't saw you on anything in a while. Welcome everyone on. I see several of you here on Instagram. A lot of people have been following Instagram. I want to thank you, and also everyone on YouTube and Facebook. So welcome everyone. If you're just joining, this is 30 Days of Transformation, a journey to your true self. Today's day 21, and we're talking about overcoming imposter syndrome, just so you know, as you're kind of joining us. Hello, Trudy. So what I was going to say though is that as you're going on this journey of feeling like a fraud, maybe feeling like it's really weird, because when it's being a fraud, it's like you feel like you are hiding something. You feel like if I walk this path as if I'm this person, and somebody finds out that this isn't truly me, then I'm not being authentic. Okay. And this is where it's a double-edged sword, because we're talking about being authentic here. We're talking about stepping into all of you. But then on the flip side of that, you kind of judge that you're not being authentic because you're not where you need to be or where you should be yet. And then you think, I'm not being authentic because I am not this yet. But see, you are it already. That is the point. The point is you're already this beautiful, bright, bold, brilliant, successful person, all of the glory, all the glam, all the light that you should be in. You're the one catching up to this version of yourself in the true self. So this is a piece of where we talk about in the twin flame journey of separation with like everything in the twin flame, so to speak, and being in separation. You are in separation from who you truly are. And the sooner you can stop judging that and making up doubt and scenarios from a place of thinking somebody else thinks these things about you. And I will say that these feelings are valid though. So if you feel like you've been a fraud trying to become the person that you meant to be, but you're not there yet and your physical reality doesn't fully match, then you know if you feel there's something really, like I'm trying to make a really good point here, so I'm just trying to kind of let this come in, that if you're feeling that, okay, that is also the what needs to happen for you to clear and heal it, is the point. But you also judge the feeling, and you don't allow the experience as a piece of this. So to know that the experience that's coming through you is helping you to see, feel, and heal the unconscious coming up. So you have to feel it before you can heal it. Okay. And there's no way you can see any of this until all of that's cleared out. And then you can look back on it, reflect on it, and realize, wow, I was already on this path. I was already in motion. it all makes sense now, right? But you also have to learn to trust that process, trust that journey, trust yourself, own your power. And we've talked about all of these pieces that, through this 21 days of here now, of 30 days of transformation, a journey to your true self. So if you feel like you're walking in a path and that you're not authentic because you're not in the path yet, leave a comment for me. I would love to know who's feeling that, because that is, again, very common. So what I would encourage you is, okay, well, where is that coming from? Is it coming from an unconscious program you adopted? Maybe as a child, maybe in a relationship, maybe even, when I said, you have this imposter feeling and you feel like maybe you're going to be found out. That's a lot of persecution. That's where a lot of this is coming from. So if you're stepping into your purpose, and maybe a lot of people feel like, well, I can't be in my purpose and be a healer or, do all these things until I've had training or until I've experienced something. The thing is, it's inside of you. And that's what I'm saying. I, as a chiropractor, have had 30 years of quantum physics healing training, all kinds of certifications out the wazoo. But I don't use any one of those specifically as one mainstream technique. Now, granted, they were pathways to help open me up personally, to help me help people along the way. But now I just basically do what's intuitively guided for me. And I can't tell you how many techniques I've made up I didn't make up. I downloaded through this experience of, connecting these dots and being shown and allowing myself to be the healer within myself. And that's another piece. When it does become to this, you are the healer, and it is your path that's going to teach people what you've been through. So you don't need someone to give you some manual to operate from your true self or to be in your spiritual gifts. All you need to do is see it, own it, believe it, take action towards it. And that's where, and I got to tell you, I learned this from some coach or mentor like years ago. This is probably one of the first like self-help things that helped me, is fake it till you make it. Now, again, in today's world, people would look at that as not being authentic. But the thing about it is, it's not being inauthentic if it's moving it towards who you already are that you can't see yet. It's you. Everybody else already sees this. Everybody else already knows this. It's you that's catching up to who you truly are. And it's you that's like blocking and getting in the way of that, not anyone else. So if you do feel, I'm going to go back to that thing. If you do feel a sense of feeling like a fraud, or back to these words, you're going to get found out. Well, hopefully you do, because when you get found out, you're going to discover who you truly are, because that is you then being authentic, where you're not judging yourself and you're coming at it from a place of acceptance, love, compassion, humility, and embodiment of this part of you that's truly trying to, embody inside of you that you're truly becoming, that you're kind of rejecting. So with that being said, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. And yes, it's our own perception. So true, Trudy. Yes, 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 yes. So let's just see here. We have a couple comments here, but before I get to the comments that are on here, I just want to kind of throw out your tip for today. And I want to see like the best guidance I can give you in this moment, because that's what I do. Like, here's the thing. I don't have this all together. I sit down here and I start talking, and I don't know what's going to come through. And I'm not an imposter because it's in me. It comes through me, and I show up. And I allow things. And I always say, this is another way to now say it. So used to, I would say, fake it till you make it. Now what I say is, I don't get together doing it. Let's see, wait. I don't get it together and do it. I get it together doing it. That's what I say now. I don't get it together and then do it. I get it together by doing it. That is huge. And that's what I encourage you to see in yourself, that you're already doing it. And that being said, be part of the tip I would say, be kind to yourself, be easy on yourself. And then from there, acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge, speak. We talked about this in the intuition part of this, and ask, listen, allow a few sessions back when I said, ask what this means. Ask why you feel this way. Ask where it's coming from. Ask to be shown what it is you need to know. Ask to be shown what the blocks are. Ask for your higher self to direct you towards what it is that you need to be taking action on, and what feelings are valid, and which ones, that they're all valid, but which ones is it that you don't want to live in. It's okay to feel it, just don't live there. So pay attention to these feelings when these things arise. So if you're feeling like a fraud because you're kind of going along trying to act as if, but I got to tell you, you have to act as if before you can be it. And that's the other piece that seems so conflicting here. It's all like a double-edged, catch-22. So if you want to be a millionaire, you have to have a millionaire mindset before you can be a millionaire. You have to wake up every day, take a millionaire actions before you are a millionaire. Okay? This is what I'm saying. You don't become a millionaire and then act like a millionaire. You have to act as if you are that person before you can actually embody and be that person in your everyday life. So who is it you want to be? What is it you want to have? What is it you want to do? And start acting as if. And then when those doubts kick in and that imposter syndrome jumps up to skyrocket, put that in its place, but feel it out. And you will begin to see and acknowledge where these thoughts, feelings, and emotions are coming from. And as you do, then they will subside. And all of the things that are separating you from who you're trying to become to who you are now will dissolve, and you will embody that because you will already be that, and you'll be in place with that. So 555 is at the time. Very cool. So anyway, I'm going to take a couple of these things, but one of the things, I sort of say this before I keep going on these little tangents here. This is a really good topic. I know I could probably talk all day on this topic, but know that if this is you and you're really needing to step into that authentic version of you and authentic success, but acting as if and knowing it's already done, that's one of the things we're going to really be working on and doing in the Sedona Rejuvenation Retreat, April 4th through 7th. So make sure to check out the links above or below, or if you're on Instagram, you can check the link in the bio, and you will learn all of that information there. And would love to see you here in Sedona coming up here in April, and helping you make that quantum leap into that true self and owning that part of you. And just can't say enough about all that either. So let's see. I got to move this out of the way. See, okay, so my beloved Jeremiah says sometimes we just have to sit back and listen to the song Express Yourself. That is so true. He's a singer, and he's been doing the song Express Yourself as one of the songs he does when he goes out to do the karaoke stuff. And he did that last night. So yes, he's definitely expressing himself. Last night later, he was like, I got to go sing. And I know that was probably, I got to go express myself. And I'm like, it's the first time ever I was like, man, I really want to go with you. I really want to be with you. I really want to support you. And while you need to go express yourself, I need to zen myself. That's what I said. So I laid down and just relaxed. So we're getting ready to go on a trip. And just to be in here, another thing about being super authentic about showing up here, I'm just going to tell you this right now before I even move forward here. I today was just like, I had couple things I was going to do. And I woke up and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to. I actually did get up, drank some stuff. So I'm going to meditate. And I took a nap. Then I took another nap. And I took another nap. Then I made it from the bed to the couch. And I literally was on the couch until it was like, okay, well, I better go get this done. Until, because meeting with Rays, if you guys watch Rise with Rays, me and Jeremiah are meeting with her and her twin flame online here in just a matter of minutes. So I'm going to have to get going. And then we have a neighbor coming over, and we're getting ready to go out of town to Hawaii. And actually, just as an FYI, like I made this post on my personal page. If you follow me there and you've seen anything, today is our 1 year anniversary of our whole journey, and we're going to be celebrating that as we go into Hawaii coming up next week. And my children are going, and that's why when I did the 30 days, there'll be a gap between my being gone because I lost an entire week thinking that, oh, I'd be done by the time I left. But no, somewhere I lost a week. So anyway, okay, let's see what else we have here. We have Crazy Lion. This is one of the things which has held you back. To be the most, in the past, has been self-doubt and self-persecution as well. I've touched on something really significant here. And you think, wow, okay, so be reflecting on where that's coming from, okay? Because that's like the piece that's in you that you'll no longer be an imposter at all because you're not already. That's the point. You're already not an imposter. Okay, so he looks like a singer in his profile pic. Oh, how funny. That's funny. Well, he is a really good singer, and I will tell you, this is what I'll tell you right now. If you want to hear him sing, go to his YouTube channel. Well, you don't even have to search his YouTube channel. He's got an amazing song. It's a peace anthem called Stand for Peace by Maya, and it's Deremiah. Stand for Peace by Maya. Go over to his, just put that in YouTube. You'll find a song, listen to it. And if you go there, be sure to leave him a comment so he knows you came over there to listen. And yes, yes, yes. So, all right. I send everyone loads and loads and loads of love. I'll be back tomorrow for day 22 and whatever else comes through as I continue just to navigate the journey just like you and become my best self, highest self. And I just keep showing up in a way that allowing what needs to come through because I don't have it all together either. I don't even try to say I have it all together. It's just a matter of taking one step at a time, one moment at a time, and loving yourself along the way and finding love in your life along the way. And next thing you know, you'll have a beautiful, beautiful life that is more of the positive what you want than the negative. You're just transitioning across that bridge. Thank you so much, Trudy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for always being such a strong follower and all of that. And I know you mentioned you may be in Sedona, so hopefully we get to meet you in Sedona. And those of you that's just joining, as I close out here, if it's, the Sedona Rejuvenation Retreats ringing a bell to you, we're going to help you through all of these things. Check out the link in the description above below. Instagram will be in the bio. And also make sure to watch the series and catch up on it on my YouTube channel, Twin Flame Expert, and the playlist 30 Days of Transformation, A Journey to Your True Self. I'll see you